I forgot. Ha. All right, I forgot that. That will fuck things up when I go to do video producer stuff later. Lovely. But all right. Just double checking all this. Let's just boost that a little. All right. Controls, sprint mode. Yep. All right. Some of these I can fine tune while playing. Alright. Normal, hard, very hard. Been years since I played this. I think literally 4, 5. I don't remember how long it's been. Genuinely, I don't. Well, let's go with normal. Alright. So, Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning and Re-Reckoning, which is the remake, remaster, whatever it is. I think remaster.
Well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes
I love this game.
Made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws
that's
of
what
life
make them dangerous.
Which Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force?
If you absolutely annihilate an army, it just comes back.
For 10 years, the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Oh, hey, Retro. Oh, thank you for the sub. I need to fix the notifications so I can know. Yee. But thank you. Kingdom of Amalur. Yep. Over a decade-long war against basically a group of Fae that went evil. And they don't know death. They're magic, so when they die, they basically just are reborn elsewhere. even if you get lucky and they're reckless as hell. Oh, you got lucky, a group of 5,000 of yours wiped out 10,000 of them. That 10,000 is coming back, and you just lost 1,000 in that battle.
Always a surprise, eh, Gran?
Hey,
Eyes on
Retro.
the
I'm
job,
having an alright day.
Don't matter what it
It'll be
is.
better soon as I'm playing, I bet.
Dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Alright, now the choices. So this is gonna be very important, actually. Of course, male and female doesn't matter there. That doesn't change anything. But the bonuses. Persuasion, you can talk people down more. Blacksmithing, you can make stuff. Alchemy, you can make stuff. Mercantile, detect hidden is actually very good. Lockpicking as well. Sagecraft is actually really important if I remember right. So it's like, yeah. So the Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Many Almain come to the Phalanx seeking freedom while honing the traditions of their homeland. Varani. Hardened by the high seas, the Varani are just as frequently pirates and mercenaries as they are shrewd merchants. They favor swords and daggers as seaworthy weapons. Ike Lodge Salfa are proud and ancient people from the frozen lands of the north. They judge themselves fit to divine right from wrong under wind, sun, and sky, and meet an even-handed justice. Dokolafar. Dokolfar are renowned as sophisticated students of magic and diplomacy. While they do not shy from conflict, they prefer to resolve disputes subtly and with grace or efficiently in silence. Ah, nice. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter I know is a great movie, and I need to watch it. I think I'll start with this. Detect hidden lockpicking merchants. Good. And now, which god do we follow? Vrekor, god of fire, patron of the forge. Fire resistance and fire damage. Njotr, god of water, patron of fishing and sailing. Theridon, god of war, battle and tactics, physical damage and armor boost. Ah, fair. Death. Balin, god of death. 1% chance to critical hit and 8% critical hit damage. Lupuku, god of mischief, patron of brewing, poison damage and poison resistance. Or none. Beholden to no god, your self-sufficiency yields its own rewards with a small experience bonus. I'm doing that. Presets. Kind of like this. And then we can adjust. Lipstick color and such. This is just general customization stuff. Let's see. There we go. Hairstyle. I like this style. Let's see if there's another I like more. There we go. I like that. Hair color. There we go. Eyebrow color. Of course, the same. Accessories. Jewelry. No. Tattoo. I actually kind of like that. Let's see what else is there. Alright, and if I do... I kind of like that already. Is there a blue, like a light blue? Not really. Yeah, that works. Intensity, you can turn it way up, or way down so it's faded. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Confirm.
One of the Varani women. Must have followed a mercenary band over. Maybe one of them herself. Doesn't much matter now. Fared pretty well, though. All right, then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
A lucky star, you
Unless
don't
you'd
know.
like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
So where I am being taken right now... make the game louder. Alright, I will
Well,
after the
that's it
cutscene.
for you, then. Better luck next time.
I don't remember if hitting like pause button will skip anything. And awaken. Like, I adjusted the game to be pretty quiet because it was loud to me. So... let's see. Yeah, waking up in a pile of corpses is not something you ever want, really, I bet. Alright, okay, so pressing pause just gives the option to do that. Alright, so, health, mana, fate, that will be explained later, abilities. The ability trees are great. There's the might tree of all of these. It might seem like only a few, but they all can be leveled differently. Like, they can all be leveled to different amount. And there's, of course, finesse, daggers, bows, and stealth, and sorcery. And this game has one of the best systems for all this because destinies will show later. Effectively, the more you level in each of these, like you can go full 1 and get mastery of that, or you can go levels of 2 of them and get a special multi-class effectively. It's cool. But alright, game volume. Let's boost. There we go. Alright. Inventory, I got nothing right now. Yep. Quests. Out of the darkness. Dodge rolling, yep. Hold X to sprint. Camera is responsive. Alright. Oh, I'm not going that way. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower cavern, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible. Although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Not their original bodies. That will become a very important plot point soon. And yep, just dump someone in there. Loot the rusty longsword. Primary, 7 physical damage, 2 piercing damage. Average speed. Square to attack. Simple combo with the N being a powerful thing. One hit. Do one hit, hold, and then a second hit after a delay, and that... this feels good. This feels good. There's a bit of resistance to the controls.
Run!
Run, don't cower. Well,
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
they're fighting back. Good job. Kick his ass. Not that. No, not that one. Don't. Child of Dust, kick his ass. Oh well. Not my problem right now. Oh. Now everything's going to hell. First fight. Boom. Yeah, the final hit does like double or triple damage.
Stay away!
I don't remember there's going to be anything here. Also, it's like a bit of delay before you can move again if you're just swinging, but then you can roll.
No child of dust shall escape.
Help! Anybody!
Alright.
You! Up there! Please help me! Please.
Yo!
Scum!
Yeah.
All done.
Yeah, let's juggle them! Loot, worn leggings, battered armor. And that. Everything has the defenses you can see up there. These had 3s and 2. This has 10s, already better. Plus 12% critical hit damage. 5%, so that's 17 critical hit boost.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ensel, hey buddy.
You hadn't come along. Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You.
Yes, I
you
was
were
dead.
It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive. Well.
What happened to me?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But
Also,
your
the
body
dialogue
was
had good
remade in
volume.
The well of souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you. Oh my! You don't know?
Who are these attackers?
Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemies of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland, not even during the invasion. I don't know why they are here. Hughes may have the answer to that as well. You must stay alive and reach him.
So yeah. So the well, all the mechanical stuff here, they mentioned the bodies aren't our own. They've been trying to figure a way of how to fight back against the Tuatha, who, as part of the Fey race, don't know death. They die and are reborn elsewhere. Ah, got it. All right, I'll boost the dialogue again. But yeah, so they've been working on a thing to basically remake someone's body and revive them, effectively giving them an equal field of battle to the Tuatha. Because hey Saibo, good job on the first. Now hydrate with some gamer subs. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, when you're fighting an enemy who will always revive, it's even if you have 10,000 troops and you absolutely obliterate them in a battle through tactics, like you lose 500 men and they lose all 10,000 they brought to battle. A week later, those 10,000 are back. You win again, but this time you lost 600. They'll be back next week, and suddenly you're down to below the 8,900. They'll be 10,000 strong again. Oh, hey now, hi. Playing Kingdom of Amalur Re-Reckoning, and just explaining. So yeah, like the Tuatha, I love how dangerous it is, and it's a lore reason of why you can slaughter thousands of them during the game, tens of thousands even. I regularly just like, oh, I found like 50 of them here, I killed them. I do that like 50 times when I used to play. It's a lore reason of why, oh, you did that? Cool. They, their numbers do not dwindle. They're just temporary losses because those same people will be back. And because they also the same people, they have memories. They know any secrets and so on. So if say a spy of theirs finds location, by all rights, they can just straight up kill themselves and respawn back at their base effectively with all the information. It is literally cheat codes. So yeah, they made a well to try and replicate that type of thing, and player character is the first one it worked on. No, none others. They always got the bodies, but nothing else. But my memory is damaged, so it's not fully functional.
Professor Former assumes the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Well, the revival system is inherent to the Fey races, which there are multiple Fey races that are neutral or on the side of the younger races as well. It was the Winter Court, one of the seasonal courts that was taken over by, well, the guy that was mentioned at the start, and turned evil with his powers. The autumn, the summer, and the spring courts are still allies of ours. They even do help at times, but they're much more isolationist. It's a case of they let the world flow as it does. It doesn't matter what happens, as they are part of the natural order.
The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
Without breaking the very natural order of the world and nature itself, you can't stop the revival system. That's why these people in Hughes were working on basically a method to give the younger races, basically humans, dwarves, and so on, if you want to call them that, a way of doing the same, so that even if we couldn't win, we could at least stalemate them. Although we have been winning, the younger races were just better at warfare for a while. And again, the Tuatha, 10 years of war with them, of them dying and coming back, and yet we're still holding out. That just proves the younger races, if there was an even playing field, would have won the war. Although there's the questions of the leader of the Tuatha, the big guy, is strong enough to probably take out an army himself.
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew. Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process... We've never seen them this far inland.
Yep.
Not even during the
So,
He'll
yeah.
be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. and safe.
Alright,
Let me get this.
so let me go to the options, audio. And yeah, the dialogue seems a bit low for me, but still audible, so there.
Right this way.
Just run around, break a bunch
You
of stuff.
Go first.
He's like, you go first. Might be like, oh, aren't I the one that should be protected because I'm so special? I'm also the fighter here. I'm actively the only one of the two of us that can fight. Loot the chest. Old boots. Yep, and I like how it's separated into these, where it's like you can just do that, and then like, oh, I got something. It's like if you set a C, oh, I got something new for feet. Open that. All right, so I have a ton of extra crit damage now. 5% there, 5% there, 12% there. That's 22% crit damage boost. And actually, I have 83 gold. Minor healing potions. Map to radial. L1 for radial stuff. So yeah, I can just do that during battle and so on. Disposal notes, the stuff earlier, so that, yeah, I've explained some of it. I remember a lot about this game's story and lore, and I will remember more of it as more is revealed because it'll just click and the memories flood back.
After. Our greatest invention, the Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war, an end to death.
These guys holding Asclepius, they were steps away from beating death itself, surpassing death, removing mortality itself. The Tuatha refused to let that happen, because there goes their advantage in war. Nothing over here, got it. Although this does seem definitely like forbidden knowledge, forbidden magic. But oh well. If one side's abusing the fact they respawn, the other side should be allowed to figure out how to respawn too.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
Alright, let's see. Told me to break stuff to get stuff. Alright, so that. Armor. More crit damage. I have 27% more crit damage now. By God. More healing potion. Lockpicks. Nice. No accessories or extra weapons. There's a durability for stuff I forgot, I think. I think there is, actually. I think that's what the anvil symbol means. Crude iron shield. So, physical class with the might tree has the option of going to multiple things, including sword and shield combat.
Wait, do you hear something? Grab a shield. There must be one near. Move! Move! More Tuatha!
Alright, motherfuckers.
Another dustling for your fire.
And juggle them.
Join the pain, mortal.
Yeah, if you I knew it. If you do it at the right time, you get a parry.
You're
And
going
you
to
actually
need more than
shield
just
bash
that
them in
sword.
return.
That one had a bow. Get it?
Oh, I love this game. Real quick, just double checking there's no more items to loot. Yeah, this one that died somehow. Bow over here. Secondary weapon. Dodge roll. Alright, so yeah. With the bows. So there's the radial. But square, primary weapon. Triangle, secondary weapon. You see up there. the quiver of arrows, and yeah, you can charge bows. You can just do fast stuff, and bows are good at breaking stuff.
Oh, that longbow's bound to be useful. Move! Move!
Yep, it is.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
Ow, they hit me, but oh well.
It's open. Go, go!
Yeah, the charge shot takes a bit, but it does a lot of damage. Oh, it feels so natural to play. If they're moving, you can still miss. Putting the bow away lets you recover stuff, and I remember in the finesse tree, there should be like, there's like skills to get more. Too faded. But more lockpicks is good. There's... Hold on, actually, I need to remember something. Oh, quest logs, yep. I think is in finesse. Is it? Finesse, actually, yeah, it has bow stuff, it has dagger stuff. Fey blades, which are like dual blade daggers, those are actually cool. Bombs later. Special abilities like that, and traps, poisoned, bleeding, dashes, and more. It's really cool. Sorcery, chakram, scepters, staves, more, spears, protection, marks, a lot of cool stuff. I however, really, come on, there. Stormbolt, chain lightning, tempest, really cool stuff. Yep, brutal weaponry is like heavy weapons. Longsword, great. Yeah, this unlocks special charge stuff. Great swords, hammers, long swords are this stuff. Including a harpoon, so you can be like Scorpion for Mortal Kombat. And then, of course, the shield stuff if you want it. Like, one tree gives you like half a dozen options of how to play. And then you can mix and match them. You could be someone who is like uses a shield and sword and focus on defense while maxing out bow stuff, so you're shooting long range and up close to do parries and blocks. Or you can go full magic and just ignore even the melee stuff they have and just go full vaporize entire legions of soldiers. I know there's an ability. It might be an item ability or an accessory ability where you can detect hidden objects. Wait a second, actually, that's... Oh yeah, you can also look at the moves. For long swords and everything, you can always just check what everything does. And all the different combos and so on. Yeah. Hulk shot, everything. All of these. Status. Twists of Fate. Yep. Lore stones, effects, stats. Enemies killed, attacks blocked, critical hits, 0, damage dealt, a lot. Highest damage yet, 19. Yep. Yeah, it has very detailed things. I love it. Negative effects, positive effects, more experience. Skill. This is what I was thinking. Skills. As you level up, while you can upgrade the skill tree, you also get... While you can get the ability trees, you get skills with these. I have a bit here. This. If I get this, hidden treasures display the minimaps and they're revealed if I go near them. Dispelling, there's chests and other areas where they have magical seals on them. Lockpicking obviously decreases the difficulty, and then, oh, you can force open easy locks. So you max this out, you can just auto open hard locks. Merchants, improves the buy and sell cost, recover items gold value if you destroy it, and so on. Sagecraft, however, is important for later stuff. Shards. So anyone that's been watching my Minecraft playthrough, the gems, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this game partially inspired that, because it's gems you can put into items to add effects or boost abilities. And then there's the stealth tree for in case if you max this out, you just go, fuck you, no one sees me if I don't want to be. Like, there's so much cool stuff. And alchemy, potions, and so on. Craft potions with 4 regents, all alchemical recipes discovered. Blacksmithing, you can harvest components, craft equipment, salvage, everything. Again, like this, all of these can change how you play the game. There are things in this game you will not encounter if you don't pick some of these skills. So if you go one game of sorcery with might, like, I want great weapon with sorcery, cool. And then you go with sagecraft and blacksmithing and alchemy. Then next game you go finesse fully with stealth. Entirely different gameplay. It's entirely different experience, especially with the fact of there's many instances in this game where you choose something that affects the world, your reputation, and what you can do. It's awesome. It is genuinely amazing. Rusty. Ah, yes. So this is where we go from getting just leggings to plates. Better defense, even better durability, but a different bonus. Yep, you buy what you choose, you change your experience. You could go heavy into just pure combat, but you miss out on the hidden areas, the hidden chests and material. You go full into mercantile, and you could struggle more in combat, but suddenly, oh, you find a legendary... like, you can change the game by just mercantile stuff. You suddenly get to a point, you have enough gold, you find a legendary piece of gear that doubles your power at points. You could arguably get more powerful at that point in the game than you would otherwise. And there's an inventory limit. Never liked those, but it's fine. But yeah, so this block efficiency. I never really go for those because block is already really good. But also, I actually rarely ever use block.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for...
And here's the other thing. So, 7 physical damage and 2 piercing. 4 physical, 4 piercing. Less damage, but...
their size.
You can actually go full dagger combat and choose not to do stealth. It wouldn't be as effective, arguably, but it's still pretty effective. I like the heavier weapons still, but daggers, well,
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
How... What's the sneak button? There we go. Yep, stealth mode. Indicators for if they've seen me, and so on. You can roll. And then stealth kill. That damage. Daggers and Feyblades will let you do that. So, I just want to go to stats. Highest damage ever dealt in the game. If you remember, it was 19 before, and I had like maybe 80 or so damage. I had like 200 damage. Now my damage dealt through my lifetime jumped over 1,000, and my highest, because that one hit did 729. Stealth is terrifying in this game. And then, of course, add that to bows. Yeah, that just alerted them. These guys are tanky ones.
State of the gods, easily corrected.
Actually, can I change stuff mid-fight? Yes, I can. Boom. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. There's a lot of variety in the game. Oh, this is where we find out
Cave
this.
blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
Yep, these flowers respond to magic and mana. Meaning, I now have magic. It has a cooldown.
Incredible. What are you?
Magic is not common amongst the races. So me having that is odd. Regarding the spiders, per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Claude will try and take credit for an efficient cleansing of his Praetorians, but I feel he overstates his case and fails to recognize the value that my own quick thinking and scholarly work provided to the successful operation. While overseeing the spider purge, I noticed that those guards who were affected by spider venom exhibited stiffness of joints and tightening of skin. Symptoms would suggest a possible solution for the internal cohesion problems of some of the well's creations. I would have studied these symptoms in more depth at the time, but the guards willfully and flagrantly disobeyed my orders to delay application of antitoxin. Yep. Damn it in hell, you gave Cybo more ammo. But, yeah, so Hughes he's very pragmatic in the way of he's willing to risk lives of his soldiers and people just to get more info and research done. But I can't blame him given the entirety of the world is at stake. And it's not lethal venom, it was just, But yeah, as such, I request that we capture some of these spiders in order to harvest them venom for future testing. Furthermore, I trust that these insubordinate guards will be punished immediately. He's still an asshole. For my steadfast pursuit of knowledge, I require no medal nor promotion. All I would ask that you please resign me off of subject disposal detail. Gurren. It's not Hughes, that's right. It's Gurren. So, Gurren is an asshole with that. But he also is valid with wanting to test out all these things. Hughes is like, no, we still protect people. I was getting confused, but I rarely see, like, name, letters, all that stuff. And here we go with more stuff. Mana Potion, Serpent Venom, apply... So, yeah. And... Map to Radial... And armor. Now we get the other thing, robes. They replace both the torso and leg armor, which means currently I would lose... a lot of blockers. I would lose that and these. But I would get 30% mana regen per second. Boosted. Which could be helpful, and I like the robes. They look cool. And honestly... with how I'm playing, I don't really need the better armor, and the crits aren't happening that much right now. While spells... Spells... There's a reason I end up usually going a all-class thing called the Universalist. Oh, okay. That's still creepy as hell. Oh yeah, it's R2. You saw vulnerable, so they're weak to the magic attacks I have. Let me just check over here. Yep, I knew it. Worn hand wraps. What's that do? Mana regen. More of that. I think I'm gonna keep that. Alright, so I gotta remember shield, which I think you always have a shield now. Staves. So staves are the primary weapon of mages. 9 fire damage and 8 burn damage over 3 seconds. And the way they work, it's literally combos like that. And then, yeah. I like them, honestly.
They've completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path. Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them!
Ha ha ha! The first hit's short range, but the second hit is long range. Welcome to mage combat in this game. I really like mage combat. I like the heavy combat. I usually combine them. It shows you, like, the basics of all classes in the tutorial, which I like. AoE helps. That was a crit, I think.
Hurry! Get out of here!
Is there anything else? No.
I bet you're still groggy, but just keep moving. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it. Wait. Them. Get alive! What is this? That's what I intend to find out. She came out of the well. What? She better get inside to see the old man. Ah. Plate armor. Nothing but...
Yep, so... There was the Cuirass and all we got before. Now there's... Yeah, it's the same thing.
Tech's quite like late. This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here.
Ah, yeah, persuasion.
There's nothing more I can do
Nope.
except to stay here and slow down the Tuatha. But this is the armory, after all. Check the chests. We might have a few things that would fit you. With luck, I'll see you on the outside. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it.
Alright. So, just,
Simple cloth frees your body and mind. Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's boat.
yeah, so... Simple cloth frees the body and minds, let you connect more with magic. Leather lets you move better and so on, as they say. So you can reach your enemy throat and so on. And yeah, those chests give you all the gear that you might miss if you just ran through. Plus maybe one or two other things. If you go full mage armor, you can just recover mana so quickly. However, I'm going to add to junk, add to junk, add to junk, add to junk, add to junk. And I love this feature, adding stuff to junk. You can do that. And it just... You can get to a vendor and just auto-sell it all. So you don't have to go through your inventory and find it all. I can't add those to junk? Why? But yeah, you can't have anything as primary or secondary, really. So it's really nice. I love the game. Items, repair kits, yep. Restore durability of the items you have, and so on. Yep, the consumables, and yeah. Did I get everything? I think I got everything. Can you get anything from these? No. Just like triple checking. And actually, I'm gonna go back to sword and then have staff as my set. I'm probably gonna end up going battle mage effectively. So, like probably a great sword or hammer with stabs or so on. Pressing R3 when you're just standing still will zoom in a bit. The Well of Souls. Alright. Experiments are now successfully recreating bodies 97.5% of the time. Any missing limbs or extra fingers are now probably how the original subject looked, rather than a magical flux on our end. However, full revivification still eludes us. Even with increased testing, products are nothing more than inert lumps of skin and bone, although the occasional spasm or twist does allow hope for a full success in the future. Getting there close. I know some of you complain that we should use cadavers and skip the corpse recreation altogether, but you must know we'd never be allowed to experiment with the subject's actual body. We may be working to recreate life, but that hardly allows us to desecrate the dead. Any further complaints can be brought to me directly. So yeah, for Morris Hughes, there was the option some of them put forth of just grab the actual dead bodies, but even he's like, no, we're not desecrating the dead. We will do this to we'll recreate their bodies for it. We can do that either way. And also, that's actually better given the fact of recreating the bodies. If you master that and bring them back, boom, full resurrection instead of just resurrecting dead bodies. You can just completely remake their entire form. All right. Most merchants won't buy stolen goods. Yeah, there's a whole the stealth and stealing and everything. All right, let's continue then. Let's see what's happening.
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing. The Well of Souls. The pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time. There's so much we might learn from one another.
Yeah.
The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone.
Yeah, they are confusing.
I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. There's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. Side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. You don't know? They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well?
Yep.
I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right.
Interesting. I don't remember that fully.
The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea
That's
of
thunder.
mortals
Hopefully that
being
doesn't crash my
reborn.
stream. And finally...
It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions
I'm built
to ask,
different.
and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe.
So yeah, again, his goal was to just defeat death, end death itself. Now, there's many problems with giving everyone immortality, especially to the point of, does everyone get it or not? If you could turn it on and off, it'd probably be a thing of the soldiers get it, but no one else. Who knows? But in this case, normally it's like, oh, you're a scientist or such trying to literally surpass death and remove death from everyone. That's not the best idea. In this case, when fighting an enemy that already has that benefit, where you can kill 10, 20,000 of them, only lose 1,000 troops, but those 10 to 20,000 show up again a week later to fight. And the thing is, they have their memories. Every battle they lose, they get better. They just had a training exercise, effectively. It's scary to think how dangerous they are when you really look at that. The main reason they have that they're winning still is, one, I think they do have the numbers normally, and two, the Tuatha are reckless. They're reckless because of that. They charge in. Like a group of 20 will see a base and be like, oh, let's just attack that. They might kill like a person each of the 200 there, but they die. Oh well, that's 20 of them dead and 20 of us just reviving later. So yeah.
Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely.
They don't
You're
technically.
The only proof of what we've achieved
They know
here.
the best they would
I may
have
not be
is
able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
The only success is me. So he wants to make sure I'm safe even if he can't save the well. But yeah, it's like, the Tuatha know, oh, a human or whatever. The race I chose, the seafaring one. One of them was here and kicking our asses. Oh well. They don't know if it's success from the well or not. They just know I was here.
Of course you do. Please, we must hurry. Good.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
We can't waste time. Yes, you're right.
Let's get out
got
here.
my
They're
notes,
already
but it's most
winning.
important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait. Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have reached the lab! They're inside the...
Fuck. Hughes has my respect.
We've got to get you out of here now!
His
Quickly!
goal is to save everyone, effectively.
Follow
And
the
because
path
I'm
to the
so
town of
important.
Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
This guy's a scientist and engineer, and he's willing to charge with that to get their attention. I would have helped him fight, though, but... Oh, everything's coming down. I definitely would have probably grabbed some of the... I don't even know. Oh well. Now it seems to be a sprint. Oh well. I've been doing that. Sneak attacks, if you don't have daggers or Fey Blades, can't instant kill, but they can still cause a crit. Perish! Golden lockpicks, I want to get as much of that as I can. Anything else? Nope. Alright, we're good. Going.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Well, tutorial boss, here we come. Ow. Resistant to fire. Ow. We blow exchange there. Oh, and here we go, the cool shit. Double XP and kill. There's the special power. There's the special part of this game. Oh. Accessory. +5 health. Sagecraft pouch. And this is this. So yeah. Mystic energy protection combined with other sage to create your own socketable gems. But yeah, the fate bar there and what we just did there will eventually be explained. It's honestly one of the coolest ideas for abilities in games, I feel like. I freaking love it so much. Well, I got out. Reborn. And level up time. 1 point available. I'm getting that. Get hidden abilities. And now I get 3 points to put into stuff here. So staff mastery, more damage. Reduce the scepter cost. Scepters is another whole weapon. These. I can also go with this. The current is 40 lightning damage at the cost of 20 mana. I go 50 for a cost of 23. Then, yeah, you have to put a certain amount of points in and so on. I think I want to do melee stuff a bit more right now. 14 meters away and deal 15 damage and 8 piercing damage. So if I purchase, we can then see the next level. it does more damage and costs more mana. Same. Yeah. So the max would be level 4. And you can see that. Max of 4 levels and so on. So yeah, the combat mastery on the mastery stuff here gives different things. Charge abilities, general cost reduction, etc. Oh yeah, Maelstrom. Alright, so I'm put a point into this to unlock the charge ability for the staves. Next, you can get more for that. And then I'm going to unlock new charge abilities for Longsword, Greatsword, and Hammer. And next level... And then, yeah, I'm going to give this. There. Open my moves stuff. So, yeah. With this, it's like a delay. Slash, then wait a second, slash again, boom. This, straight up a hold, boom. And with staves, blast, charge up, and wham!
Are we really safe?
Break all of this for items.
No more.
And here, first little thing of harvesting regents for alchemy.
I told them we needed more guards.
And if you see over here, this place I could jump off into the water. And this little spot here, I dive down and can find loot. Actually, that is a green rarity. So yeah, that's just better, and it has an armor socket. However, it has requirements. Right now, it just takes level 1 finesse, aka beginning level. But, I mean, more than double the armor you get normally. That is really good. The effect is the same, but still. Venom Guard. Yep, alright. Yep, hold to swim, and yep, I remembered right. Oh, there. Yeah, charge stuff, you gotta be careful. Fast enemies do not care about your charge attacks. Easy unlock. Alright. Prismere picks, I forgot those. So I have a 90% chance to force it. Boom. There's my first hammer. Yeah, like, Rusty Longsword, Iron Hammer. Very slow speed, but that damage. Ah, easy chest dispel. 10% chance. So this is the dispel stuff. So, boom, 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 boom. Ah, a scepter. So this is rare, and we're coming at level 1. 7 ice damage, 4 freeze damage, and a utility socket. So scepters are kind of like wands. But they cost a bit of mana, but they can fire really fast. Their charge ability, Scattershot. I like them, I kind of like staves more normally, and also right now I'm just gonna keep the staff because fire. And staves are free instead of taking mana. Alright, lockpick. It is the standard type of picks. But you move that. Yep. Ah, this has, instead of a utility slot, an extra effect. And actually, it's almost comparable to that. It gives me +5 mana. And then there's, of course, the bows. Put in there. So, yeah, I'm gonna put that, move that into that, move that into junk. Yeah, I'm gonna put that into junk as well. Alright. Armor. Yeah, I've swapped to that because better in general. So yeah. Consumables, still the same. Items, Sagecraft and Regent Bag. Alright. Oh, and look there on the map, that green spot. Over here, let me just search this. Shadow Prism. What is that? Oh! Okay, yeah, it's a attract the attention of enemies thing. Yep, pulsing map is the objective. Ah, these are, well, crafting materials. There we go. Shrine of Mitharu. A temporary bonus, and we can see what they do over here. That's pretty good. 0.5 health regen per second for, well, that's temporary, but still, with my health going up. So yeah, running around and just finding everything you can, all the items, all the materials is good. Now, if detect stuff up, you can see enemies on the map. Oh yeah, there's also a thing of, you might just not find regions. Which is why boosting alchemy is actually good if you want to do that stuff. There's some really cool potions. The hammers stagger stuff easy.
You! I remember you.
Hey, it's the guy from the start, I'm pretty
You're
sure.
the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? When I saw you with Edsel in the well, I ran. But it wasn't because I was afraid. I was coming to report that Hughes's experiment had succeeded. The Well of Souls is bigger than just one gnome's pet project.
Gnomes, that's it. Yeah.
My contact pays well for information about its progress. I just send reports to make some money on the side. But I don't know how the Tuatha found out. This has nothing to do with them. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime. Thank you, thank you. Here, take this. It's the pay for my last report. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm going back home to Odessa.
He's like, yeah, screw all this. I'm just going home. 104 gold. That's worth it. I like the mini map. It's very with the tech stuff you can tell the enemies and everything. And let's see, is there anything? Oh. Yeah, there no regions. Black Kosh. Did that get me anything? Nope. There is, however... I wish I could jump off anything, but oh well. Oh, you can see the timer for the blessing on the right. Alright. But, there... Let's go check what is here. Minor health regen potion is nice. A good find. Yeah, you can actually see that guy is just still walking along right there. Stabs are good AoE control, if anything. Hammers are good at staggering. Oh! Oh yeah, Detect Hidden Skills can get me extra loot from just normal stuff. Which is very nice. Stone Candle Mines. I will come back here in the future. Probably, most likely. But I want to check this, because Detect Hidden has granted me finding a hidden cache. Regions and repair kits. And here you are, buddy. It's been a while.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
Fate Weavers. And actually, real quick, I'm just going to... I just need to go and, I need to go open someone's stream real quick. Yep, alright. So that's who Saibo's streaming with. Local cat boy. He. And Whimsy. Ah, yeah. Very nice. Anyway, Fate Weavers.
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different
So
things.
that is important. Fate Weavers can look at the tapestry of fate. They can find, depending on how good they are, they can find out things that happen decades in the future. No matter what, though, they cannot be changed. A Fate Weaver's life is full of telling people this is what's going to happen, even if it's horrible, and having to live with the fact of, oh, this person who is genuinely a good-hearted person dies a brutal death of pain and suffering, or they go through stuff like that, and you can't change it. It's kind of shit. It kind of sucks.
Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently.
Yep.
I wish I could, but
Damn.
times are tough. I've barely got enough to pay my bar. You're
Yep.
the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
He is confident in battles because he can know his own death even. Oh, there's that, gnome.
Tear not the weight.
Fate meter full! Reckoning mode! Hell yes! Your fates are mine to control now. Move near an unraveling enemy and press X to perform a fate shift. This uses all remaining fate energy but destroys all unraveling foes and grants bonus experience. Perish! Double XP from them. And there is what makes me special. The power
What?
of fate.
How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
And that's the thing. You can see fate, you can all that, but fate is the gods' predetermined plan of the world.
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Fine.
You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
I'm real.
Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just... missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
And there we go, our destinies. The Fateless One. Newly resurrected, your fate is blank, formless, and ready to be forged into the shape of your choosing. I could go rogue. Unlike many of the warriors of Amalur, rogues prefer to fight from far away or from behind or by dishonorable means, and usually by surprise. As a rogue, you sneak, dodge, and slather weapons with poison to gain advantage. It gives a plus 10% range attack bonus, 30% damage resistance while dodging, and 5% piercing damage. Or the Acolyte. As an Acolyte, you are devoted to the arcane and a mastery of elemental forces. You prefer to destroy your opponents with raw magic rather than through crude or mundane methods. Plus 25% elemental damage and 10% mana cost reduction. And then the Brawler. With this destiny, you are a formidable melee combatant. You can withstand a lot of punishment and it usually takes more efficient and is usually more efficient for you to block or suffer an attack rather than dodge. 20% block efficiency and 15% melee attack damage. These are the starting destinies at tier 1. However, might, you can go up to fighter, soldier, warrior, conqueror, and warlord with massive buffs, including special abilities once you reach it at level 100, abilities for 109 in might. And each one has this. Finesse has Scout, Hunter, Ranger, Assassin, and Nightblade. Sorcery has Initiate, Seer, Sage, Sorcerer, and Archmage. Around Sage you get Ice Blink. You, instead of dodging, you teleport short distance. And it gets buffed as you go on. And then, of course, the unique part of this game and what I love, the combinations. Finesse and sorcery, the disciple, the arcanist, the warlock, the spellcloak, and the shadowcaster. Giving a buff to both and unique abilities guarded only for them. Poison blink, drain mana, so you drain from crit hits, and more. Might and sorcery, the guardian, the battle mage, crusader, paragon, and the champion. 75% of damage received you get as mana. Element resistance, total armor boost, melee attack. The blink doesn't have an element, but it's just a short range teleport dodge. And harmonic overload, produce elemental projectiles per kill. And then there's Might and Finesse, the duelist, the Warden, the Avenger, the Slayer, and Blade Master. Melee and range boost, crit boost, piercing, damage while in stealth, and cutthroat. You just do more damage. You steal health on when you have a chance to steal health. You get better gold drops. Your gold drops, and gold drops is 20% of damage for 5 seconds striking fallen enemies and such. It's great. However, the one I went with most of the time, Might, Finesse, and Sorcerer. The Seeker. If I boost Finesse 2 more, aka next level if I boost Finesse. Jack of all trades, proficient in all forms of combat, whether it's melee, at a distance, or magical. You will rarely find yourself without recourse. You are comfortable with the trappings of mage, warrior, and rogue alike. Overall, your melee, range, and magic attacks are boosted, and the requirements for equipment is reduced. Oh yeah, I love it. And so the requirement for equipment that's focused on each of the classes and styles and destinies, it'll be like, oh, this requires 50 might, 50 finesse, and so on. So putting them all into spreading them out like this, you wouldn't be able to get those normally. That's why you get the equipment reduction, and it goes up. On top of the fact, +1 to all skills with the Wayfarer, Adventurer, where you get damage resistance. You don't get as big of the damage buffs as this, but Prodigy, again, all skills boosted, chance to crit, the Polymath. And then my favorite class name, the Universalist. 20% boost to everything, 12% damage reduction, +3 to all skills. Mastery of Arms. Unlock all weapon mastery abilities. You are a master of all. Normally it's Jack of all trade, master of none. No, you are the master of all combat. You are the greatest. Few are equal in one of these specialties, and there are none who can compare in all. Basically, the lore for that is, yeah, warlords and so on, the best of melee, the best of range and stealth, the best of magic, they match you in them, but none match you in all. You're completely unique. It's amazing. And on top of that, +3 to all skills. Yeah, that's amazing. Anyway, so at the start, honestly, so I should decide which one I'm doing. I kind of want to go Universalist after seeing those buffs again, but I think I will actually be going Might and Sorcery to become a champion, although, if I'm being honest, becoming a Slayer or Blade Master also is cool. But, yeah, Might and Sorcery. I think I'll go that. So I will start off with Acolyte.
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me,
I used to always go Universalist. I still
or
might.
there's something very wrong with you. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings. But we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrun. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself.
Yeah, this guy was a massive level
Turns
hero.
out fate is the one thing
but
I couldn't
he
fight.
couldn't outdo fate, and that is scary.
You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Yovan. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days
Yep.
like these.
Because Fate Weaver, it's like, oh, this is gonna happen. You can't fight it. Everyone, fuck you.
We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut.
I might
according
still
to
go
a great
Uni. I'm
plan.
not sure. Universalist is
Fate
great.
Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon.
When the world is threatened, fates become fucked.
Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working.
Yeah.
The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human.
Yep.
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
Alright.
This all...
But yeah, so yeah, Retro. I might still go Universalist, but also, that gives a plus to skills. AKA, once you reach the advanced stuff, everything will at bare minimum be level 3. Which is really nice. Lore stones. I actually don't remember this part. Interesting. Also, chicken slain. That's gonna be something. Health regen. Yep, these are just things I've already used. I'm not gonna use that yet. Alright. My quests completed. Yeah, so there's main quests, faction quests, side quests, and tasks. Tasks are small ones. Wait, okay.
Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the card... What could this all mean?
But yeah, fate shifts. My power is fate itself. The world is predestined for things to happen. But I am no longer that. I can take someone who say, oh, they're meant to only be beaten in battle like 2 months from now. They fight me, and I rip that fate away and slaughter them in battle now. I have power of fate itself. Wait, what? DLC stuff. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, here we go.
Of all the
Lore
songs in
stones.
halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Cure Seeker. That's a cool name. And now I have a lore stone active. What's it do? Ah, if I get all 5 of them, I get... Okay, nice. Ah, there we go. That's why I didn't repair the sword. Yep. So I might keep the hammer. That's cool. I just like the hammer right now. I'm probably going to go greatsword. Yeah, I think I'm going to go greatsword in the end. Yep, look at that defense, though. Good lord. And honestly, actually, wait. As soon as I get to the... If I go into the mage and such route, like the mage and might, the sorcery might one, I get the ability that for all the damage I take, I gain that as mana. That actually means I do want heavy armor with that. Universalist is very tricky in the way of you really... It's like you have to start constantly change up your gear and so on, which is fine. But it's like... It's just very tricky to master it all. But anyway, here is another hidden chest. Oh, is that actually... Huh, another one of those. I'm not changing out the robes because I don't have any legs right now. Ow! You hit me. I do love this game. Oh, is that... That's region over there. You will literally see me do the whole thing I've done in Minecraft of, ooh, shiny. This game encourages that at times. And here's the gathering up here.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close.
Yep, fast travel is unlocked. Yep, so you can fast travel to different areas of the world map, and here's the world map. Everything we've explored is just this little section. And there is a lot. Like, do remember, this was a pretty big area, and there's areas that make that look tiny, and then, yeah, this is DLC. And then there's entire subsections of the map, and this is the endgame area. This is literally a case of, alright, starting the endgame, and you run, this is a gauntlet you run through effectively. That's DLC up there as well, I think. I actually don't know if I've ever done the DLC, and, jeez, yeah. So, I have to go from there to here. That is a hell of a travel.
Go back to your business. Go on.
Nice to see you.
Keep moving. This business doesn't... Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along.
Yeah, and the game
No
is
reason
big.
To be out in the open
It's
with the Red
great.
Legion about. Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls.
Well, that bandit's
Or perhaps
terrifying.
those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond
She
the
is in
boundaries of
pain right
Gorhart,
there.
however, your life is in your hands. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't like what that suggests either.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this.
Yeah.
I'm the Warden of Gorhart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace.
I like this guy because it's a little like, this happens and it's just, I messed up. I hate that I messed up. I'm a failure for not being able to protect everyone. He wants to protect people.
Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Gorhart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. I don't know what the Tuatha would be doing this far from the front lines. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal.
Yeah.
In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started.
Well, hopefully, and let's see.
I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Gorhart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days.
Alright, Court of Summer.
Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are.
And,
Hope you
alright.
stay in town.
Well, so she basically got shanked by someone, and we needed someone that's knowledgeable in healing Fae and just general advanced healing to help. And she was stabbed and she was attacked, and people heard her call for help, and no one came because she's a Fae. So this is an easy lock. Okay, I just got lucky. Got it. And right before the, as that 1%, right before the attack, the missionary up here shut its doors. Which is, a bit suspicious. Avery, I came to Gohart to look after your kin, Rika. Rika is as wonderful as you described, yet she is a shadow. She misses you, my friend, as do we all. I will watch over her since you cannot. I will visit you often. This war be damned. Who would have guessed I would come to a mission and trade a prison for a cloister? If only we had both escaped. Alas, the bars were too strong, the Tuatha too cruel. Your brother in arms, Mason. What's that? Beneath lies the remains of Alden Gohart, leader, father, and visionary. Many Mitharu grant him rest in peace. May Mitharu grant him rest in peace, in keeping with the authorities' order 1412. Oh yeah, hidden thing? The well. Golden Age alchemy. What's this? Oh yeah, special deliveries. Eh? What is this stuff? Oh, this stuff is bust. This stuff is powerful. Okay, interesting.